Every decade or so, a legal matter arises that holds the power to negatively affect our lives for generations to come. Regardless of what side of the political spectrum you identify with, this is about you. After 2 nights of violence, fires, and citywide vandalism, angry mobs gathered on night 3 to protest the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Adding to the volatility of the situation, many of the protesters were armed.
This one got a gun on him. This one got a gun on him. This one got a gun on him. This one got guns on him and rifles.
To prevent the total destruction of their community, Good Samaritans united to guard local businesses. Among them was 17-year-old Kyile Rittenhouse.
So people are getting injured. And our job is to protect this business, and part of my job is to also help people. If there's somebody hurt, I'm running into harm's way. That's why I have my rifle, because I need to protect myself, obviously. But I also have my med kit.
There's a medic right here if you need help.
I am an EMT. If you are injured, come to me.
Earlier that day, Rittenhouse volunteered to remove graffiti from Ruther Central High School in Kenosha. In December 2018, Rittenhouse started a Facebook fundraiser for a nonprofit called Humanizing the Badge. In his own words, the mission is to forge stronger relationships between law enforcement officers and the communities they serve. He asked his friends to donate to the organization for his 16th birthday.
As long as you fuck with the government and not with each other, we are with you. Let's go. No lives can matter until Black lives matter.
In the early hours of night 3, protesters and guards were in solidarity. Tensions began to rise as protesters set a dumpster ablaze, then began pushing it toward a gas station. A guard quickly extinguished the flames, angering fire starter Joseph Rosenbaum.
Shoot me, nigga! Shoot me, nigga!
Rosenbaum retaliated, focusing his rage on a guard in a green t-shirt. Moments later, just down the street, Joseph Rosenbaum is seen starting more fires. Around that same time, Kyile Rittenhouse is spotted running with a fire extinguisher. With his face concealed, Rosenbaum emerges, chasing after Rittenhouse.
Oh, we got a gun, baby.
While exploring possible motives for the foot pursuit, it's worth noting that the target of Rosenbaum's first altercation was dressed similarly to Kyile Rittenhouse.
Oh, we got a gun, baby.
A single gunshot is fired by a protester, identified as Alexander Blaine. From this angle, we see the muzzle flash of Blaine's handgun. Seconds later, Kyile Rittenhouse is pinned between parked cars. Let's rewind to analyze this pivotal moment frame by frame. Here we see Rittenhouse, Rosenbaum, and a reporter by the name of Richard McGinnis, who is filming the chase on his cell phone. Directly in front of Rittenhouse, armed with bats and other weapons, a mob is forming a barricade. With no way out and no way to know who fired that shot, Rittenhouse turns to face Rosenbaum.
Right before he turned around, I'm not sure if this was a reason why he turned around, but there was a gunshot, and that's actually visible on video. It's not clear whether or not that gunshot was fired into the air or towards Rittenhouse, but Rittenhouse did turn around immediately after that. And at that point, he went from running away to aiming his weapon at Rosenbaum, and I was actually directly behind Rosenbaum. So I took 1 or 2 steps to my right as Rosenbaum was lunging for the barrel of the rifle.
Kyile Rittenhouse fired 4 shots. Seconds later, 3 additional shots are fired by an unknown shooter. One bullet grazed Joseph Rosenbaum's head. Another penetrated his right groin, his left thigh, and his back. With a total of 8 shots fired, it remains unclear that all 4 of Rosenbaum's wounds were caused by Rittenhouse. As Richard McGinnis began tending to Rosenbaum, Rittenhouse returned to the scene and began placing a call for help. As the mob begins calling for the attack of Rittenhouse, he is forced to flee the scene.
That dude shot him. That nigga just shot that dude!
You shot him?
I didn't know.
Wait, where are you? Where are you?
Did Kyile Rittenhouse have reason to believe his life was in danger?
Dozens of US cities are in chaos. Millions of Americans have taken to the streets.
77-year-old David Dorn was shot to death as a pawn shop he was protecting was being looted.
The voices of peaceful protests are being hijacked by violent, radical elements.
One man was injured after attempting to protect a Kenosha mattress store before it eventually burned down overnight.
I am not sad that a fucking fascist died tonight.
Rittenhouse is seen next, running towards the flashing lights of police vehicles. The armed mob is now chasing after him.
Cranium that boy! He just shot a man!
Within this context, the word cranium is street slang, which is a calling for someone to take Rittenhouse out with a headshot.
Hey, what are you doing? You shot somebody? I want to get police.
An unidentified protester strikes Rittenhouse in the head, knocking his hat off. Rittenhouse trips and falls to the ground. Another protester attempts to jump on Rittenhouse, who then fires 2 shots into the air. With blunt force, another protester strikes Rittenhouse in the back of the head with the sharp edge of a skateboard, then reaches for the rifle. Rittenhouse fires a single shot, striking the man in the chest. A third protester fakes as if he's surrendering, then suddenly advances with a handgun aimed at Rittenhouse. A single shot strikes the man's right bicep. While visiting him in the hospital, a friend of Grosskreutz posted the following photo and statement on social media. "I just talked to Gage Grosskreutz too. His only regret was not killing the kid and hesitating to pull the gun before emptying the entire mag into him." When a 4th protester raises his arms in surrender, Rittenhouse exhibits remarkable judgment by not firing his weapon. As Rittenhouse moves toward police, multiple gunshots explode behind him. U.S. media was quick to label Kyile Rittenhouse as a far-right radical, a vigilante, a militia member, and a white supremacist. To date, no evidence has materialized to validate any such claim. Rittenhouse attempts to turn himself in to the police. But in the confusion, it was not clear that he was involved in the shootings and was ordered to move away. For his safety, Kyile Rittenhouse left the area and peacefully surrendered the following day. Less than 48 hours after the incident, without a proper investigation, Kenosha County District Attorney Michael Gravely charged Rittenhouse with 6 crimes. First-degree reckless homicide for the death of Joseph Rosenbaum that may result in imprisonment for up to 60 years. First-degree reckless endangerment of Richard McGinnis that may result in imprisonment for up to 12 years. First-degree intentional homicide of Anthony Huber that may result in imprisonment for life. Attempted first-degree intentional homicide of Gage Grosskreutz that may result in imprisonment for up to 60 years. First-degree reckless endangerment of an unknown male that may result in imprisonment for up to 12 years. and possession of a weapon by a person under 18, a misdemeanor. The Kenosha County Circuit Court assigned a bail amount of $2 million. Kyile Rittenhouse, a lifeguard who risked his safety to protect his community and give first aid to wounded protesters, was the only one charged with a crime. Not one of his attackers faced a single charge. A 17-year-old American citizen is being sacrificed by politicians. But it's not Kyile Rittenhouse they're after. Their endgame is to strip away the constitutional right of all citizens to defend our communities, our personal property, our lives, and the lives of our loved ones. This is the moment when the home of the brave rise to defend the land of the free. Help us restore freedom at fightback.law.
Report on Tuesday night. And as of shooting this, there is 6 days to get the very best deal we've ever offered with our partners at My Patriot Supply on high quality storable food, air filtration, and water filtration that everyone needs during these very unstable times. It's one of the major checkbox of preparation everyone needs. And it's at preparewithalex.com. That's where you find special deals that no one is able to offer anywhere else. This is the lowest prices on the highest quality storable food you're going to find anywhere, discounted even more. That's why they're our sponsor for over 13 years. Now that said, Durham says every 2 weeks he's going to indict the deep state. We keep hearing that in the media from Giuliani and others. It's been 3 years since that special investigator got appointed by the Justice Department. We're not holding our breath for that. We're going out and voting. We're going out informing others. We're going out and exposing that the communist Chinese are the ones funding the Democratic Party and that the Democratic Party literally believes America shouldn't even exist. It's that type of action that we must take, not counting on the system, not trusting the made-up 4chan or 8chan plan, but us taking action and praying to God to wake this country up and personally getting ready with high-quality storable food in case Joe Biden is able to steal the election and plunge us into a depression, or even if Trump wins, they're planning to try to institute a depression to punish America for standing up for the New World Order. So, at preparewithalex.com, you will find the already highest quality, lowest price storable food you're going to get for that price. It's amazing. Is there gourmet food 4 or 5 times more expensive that tastes better? Yes. A lot of it tastes gourmet, tastes amazing. The rest of it tastes okay. Doesn't matter. It's healthy. It's nutritional, it's in great packaging, it lasts 25 years, and it funds the InfoWar. So we've gone out and found the best food at the best price you're gonna get. I think it's the best deal for you and your family, and you'll find the biggest deals ever, better than InfoWarsStore.com, on the My Patriot Supply food right now at preparewithalex.com. So don't wait, take action now, and know the money that we make goes right into keeping InfoWars on the air and exposing the entire globalist pedophile networks, the Chi-Com operatives, the moves to get our guns, the pro-abortion networks, all of it. You're keeping American fighters that will not compromise in the front position in the fight. So go to preparewithalex.com right now, 6 days as of taping this, and then they cannot do the deal anymore because they are the biggest storable food supplier in the country. They have a lot of resellers and people that are understandably a little bit angry that we've got this special deal. But because we are the biggest seller of their food and because InfoWars needs the funding, they have stepped up, and I really appreciate them doing that, to make sure that you get the best deal of the best deal ever at preparewithalex.com. You can also call toll-free 888-253-3139, and our operators can take your order, put you through the system, through their systems. We're partnering with them, and also take your order that way. But whatever you do, get ready, because the globalists want you dependent on them. They don't want you self-sufficient. They want you to be like grasshoppers that die during the winter, not ants that store food through the winter and so live year-round. Again, InfoWarsStore.com has a lot of other great products as well, and the full selection of My Patriot Supply. But for the next 6 days at preparewithalex.com, you will find the best deals on the internet for high-quality storable food. Can you find crappy, old stuff full of GMO and MSG for a lower price? Maybe. It'll take 6 weeks to deliver to you. They're ready to deliver right now to you. They have the food fresh, packed, ready, the last 25 years to deliver right now to protect you and your family, to have that checkbox taken care of. InfoWarsStore.com has links to it, but the place to get the best deals is PrepareWithAlex.com. That's PrepareWithAlex.com. Thank you and God bless.